Pathbook is the intelligent tool for website lead generation. With increasing online competition, over 98% of website visitors don't convert. The ability to successfully show your value proposition and support visitors in their buying journey separates you from the competition online. Pathbook qualifies and converts leads on your website by figuring out where they are in the buying journey and influencing them in key decision moments with relevant micro experiences like case studies, intro videos, and much more. Stay relevant to your visitors and increase conversions by 50%. Add Pathbook to your website in seconds. Let the AI do all the work and get access to 50% more qualified leads while you keep doing marketing and sales as usual. Check us out at pathbook.com. Welcome to today's episode. Let's talk about today's guest. We have Dalvana Lopes, Global Marketing Coordinator for Monetize More. How are you doing today, Dalvana?
I'm great, Ernesto. Super happy to be here. Thanks a lot for the invitation. It's an honor.
It's great to have you on today's episode. And Dalvana, I'm sure our listeners are tuning in, wondering what Monetize More is all about. So let's kick it off with that. In your own words, can you tell us a little bit more?
That's a great one. I like to refer to Monetize More as a dating app, but instead of connecting two people, we connect a website with ads. So we want to find the best ads for the best websites. And we are in the area of ad tech companies. So if you want to grow your business and you have a website, if you use Google Ad Exchange or Google AdSense, you need someone to do the management of your ads and know like how you can improve your performance using the best techniques. And that's what Monetize More does.
Definitely important, right? There's a lot of spending out there. So definitely you got to know where it's going. So then on that note, then what would you say is that key problem that you guys like to solve for people that they're at Monetize More?
Yeah. So we offer not only the ad optimization service, but also a lot of technology tools. And one of them is our PubGuru platform that is where the website owners can see all the results and can see all the graphs and track the UTMs of different websites that they are involved with. And also we expand our business for many different countries. So some strategies that we have in Africa, in Asia, for example, we can reply in different websites in South America and also in North America.
Okay, interesting. So that on what would you say that is there a certain vertical segment? Is there an ICP that you guys like to go for?
Yeah, it's website owners that make more than $5,000 a month with ads in their websites. So, of course, we have a lot of Google policies, so we have to be accordingly to these policies. And either if you have like video ads or apps that also monetize through ads and websites, we can work with you.
Definitely important. Okay, awesome to hear that. So then, how would somebody usually find out then about Monetize More? Is there a top client acquisition channel for you guys?
Yeah, we use a lot of YouTube videos. Also, we have some PPC, paid campaigns for sure. And most recently, we have started using some influencers, macro and micro influencers also in the tech area. As I was talking to you before we start like the interview, we also have lots of in-person events in Brazil. So every event that has to do with digital marketing or affiliate market, we are there and we introduce ourselves to deal with this kind of websites.
Okay, interesting. I like that, right? Influencers are always good, and especially in the tech world, right? I think that's my strategy there for you guys. So that way our listeners who are tuned in then can go ahead and visit you. They could always check you guys out at monetizemore.com.
.com, exactly. Monetizemore.com. We are also on YouTube in monetizemore.com. If you are from South America, you can check the Spanish channel. So monetizemore.com/ES or monetizemore.com/BR for the Brazilian listeners.
Yeah. And what would you say then is on the website, what role does the website then play for client acquisition?
In our case, it's really like paramount to have a great website because we work with websites, right? So there we can show all the business cases that we have. We also can give them some of a sample of our technology and our platforms that we develop for different kind of businesses. And yes, I think for Monetize More is one of our like main channels that we use. And there you can not only like see testimonials, but check out some videos, and you can talk to one of our representatives as well.
All right, interesting like that. So then on that note, Dalvana, is there any tools or tips or methods that you would recommend to our listeners as far as some website lead generation?
Yeah, I think it's being really clear about what you do. Using a lot of humor in the copywriting also is something that we do in Monetize More. For example, we always say that we are kind of a dating app for web to connect to websites with the best ad networks. But also, I think to be super clear about what's your business, to show like successful cases, to put yourself in the shoes of your client. Like if you were a client who were purchasing this kind of service, would you be interested to be in this website? It would give you any kind of relevant information rather than just introducing the company itself. For example, for us, we like to tell that having a website is like a business for the long term. We have a lot of publishers publishers is how we call our clients, the ones that have a website. They always start a website thinking about how they can monetize like a passion or a hobby, but we like to teach them that it has to be a business that is looked for the long term. So in our website, you can see some information about it and how you can leverage your business, even if you're not our client yet, even if you're not ready to work with us yet. So I think this is one of the reasons why our website is so successful, is because you can learn something even if you are not interested in buying. And I think when you serve your client or your ICP like that, the deals, they will come consequently.
Definitely. I love that insight there. Thank you so much for sharing that with our listeners, Dalvana. And well, let's switch gears a little bit then, and let's talk about you as a leader. You being the global marketing coordinator there for Monetize More, what are some key tasks you like to focus on your day-to-day work?
Yeah, so we provide a lot of webinars for our publishers. It can be for the ones that are starters, pros, professionals, or premiums. And in these webinars, we most of all teach about some of the new Google policies that are always like being updating. Right now, we have, for example, the end of the third-party cookies. So our whole market is gonna have to change. So we are working on educating our market about that. And so on my day-to-day tasks, I organize like the topics of the webinars. I invite some speakers also to be there and talk about these issues. We also I also have a team of social media in different languages. So we have the social medias in English, Spanish, and Portuguese. We use some of the parts of our webinars to create some content for YouTube. We always have like meetings with the ad ops teams and also the customer success teams to see how is the relationship with our publishers, if there is something they are missing that we can, improve in our communication, or if there is anything that they are liking, any successful case that we can present to our audience. And beyond that, I think managing the LinkedIn account and talking to the internal team and just establishing some process, some SOP on the day-to-day.
All right, Dalvana. And well, let's switch gears a little bit there and let's talk about your day-to-day work. You being the global marketing coordinator there for Monetize More, what are some key tasks you like to focus on your day-to-day?
Yeah, so right now we are really focusing on leveraging the education of our market. We have a lot of publishers. That is how we call our clients. And if you have a website and if you want to work with Monetize More, we call you a publisher. And they start like the business thinking as a website and something that is like a side job that you can, monetize a hobby. And in Monetize More, we want to teach them that it has to be looked as business that you have to deal in the long term, right? You're going to have results if you really put it effort consistently in the long term. So we organize these webinars talking with successful publishers and teaching like the ones that are started the business right now, how to be successful, how to be like according to the Google policies. And so from these webinars, we have a lot of content for all different kinds of social media, for our Instagram in Spanish, Portuguese, and English, and also our LinkedIn accounts as well as our YouTube channels. And yeah, beyond the education, that is like what we focus right now in our communication in different platforms and channels. I also have like weekly meetings with the ad ops teams, the ad optimization teams, that is who deal directly with our clients, so we can see like if they are happy with any tool, if they are having any kind of issue to understand how a new platform works or a new technology, or how they are using AI, for example, to, improve their performance. And so we can turn that in content, or if they are not understanding anything that we do internally, we can also work on this communication in our marketing channels. And yeah, I think I really like to talk with our customer success team as well, to check if there is any successful cases, or if there is anything that we are not, being like 100%, letting our client 100% happy, and how we can improve it. And so, yeah, a lot of sync calls, a lot of content creation, talking to my editors about the videos that has to be ready for social media, and studying a lot about the new technologies, the new trends that we have online.
I mean, it sounds like you have a full plate there on your hands, Dalvana, but glad that you have it organized. So then what would you say then when you ever have some time, how do you like to stay up to date with all the news in the marketing world as far as trends, strategies? Is there a preferred channel that you like to go with?
Yeah, in Brazil, I'm from Brazil, guys. I work in a Canadian company. I live in Quebec City, but in Brazil, we have a great source of content called Rock Content. And they also have newsletters and some webinars that we can participate as invitees and also as listeners. And I love to be in contact with them. TED also, the TED Ed, it's something that we also love to be in contact with. And different podcasts is also our publishers. They usually are involved in marketing, digital marketing. We have one online event called Pub Hour that will be like a happy hour for publishers. So we learn a lot from our clients also, because they are, listening to different sources in different countries. So as we work in the 5 different continents, we can learn from different trends in different times. And yeah, I think this is like the main sources that I learn from. And talking to publishers, talking to people in the marketing also always helps.
Definitely important. I mean, something you mentioned important, which is, customers are always, going to give you that little edge, always, getting feedback from there, knowing how to get better. That's always good to hear. Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And let's jump into our next section then here, Dalvana, which is our rapid fire question rounds. Are you ready for them?
Yeah, sure.
All right, perfect. First off then is, what is the last book that you read?
I read The Talent Code. I don't know if it is here right now, but it's the story of the myelin. Myelin is like membrane that we have in our brain, and it's super interesting. The name of the author is Daniel Cole. So the Talent Code, they interviewed a lot of talented people around the world to see what they had in common. And what they found out is that if you keep on practicing the same thing and with a lot of passion and with a lot of hours, you develop kind of a new substance in your brain that is called myelin, and everyone that has this substance created can perform super well that specific activity. So in this book, they tell like all the scientific background for it, and also interview people that become successful without really knowing how they did it. And one of the things that I could get as an insight from this book is like the persistence, and always focusing on what you are not doing right, So if you are good already in something, maybe that's not where you should be looking. You should be looking at what are you still failing? What is still your difficulty? Of course, focus in your marketing, focus in your market, focus in your abilities. But if there is anything in your day to day that you are not performing well, you can focus on it and improve, and so your brain is gonna create some substance to help you in this process.
Definitely. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Abba, for sharing that with us. And next then is, if there's one repetitive task that you could automate, what would that be?
For sure, social media content creation. I always have to wrap my head around a lot of different things that we have to talk. We have to create content for brand, for authority, for education, for engagement. And sometimes it's difficult, like to, be creative enough or to bring everything that we want in different ways, in different vocabulary, different copywriting. So yeah, if I could just like tell in AI that I want like the best content of all the word with these and these, tips and everything is created for me, I think could be really great. But yeah, of course, like it is something that we also have to be involved because in the market change and all the things that we have to communicate with our clients change day to day. So I wouldn't do that, but I think it's not possible.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you so much, Albert, for that. And well, I mean, you do have a lot of experience already, Dalvana, but what would be that one piece of advice that you would give yourself if you were to restart your journey as a marketer today?
Yeah, that's a very interesting one because I didn't start my career as a marketing Monetize More. I was working first as a customer success manager, and I had my team there. But being like in contact with publishers every day, I started to have a lot of insights for what we could communicate. And so I started to communicate with our marketing team and say, hey, we should talk more about this, should interview this publisher, we should talk about this business case. So I think like to be always open to the opportunities and talk to people who understand your client. I think if you are in contact with people that understand and have sometimes in B2B it's easier, but if you are not in the B2B business, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for you to be in contact with your clients, but listen to the ones that have a daily contact with them. Because I think when you understand what your client wants and what makes them happy, you can perform your job better.
Definitely love that. Love that. And well, we are coming to the end of the show here today, Dalvana. But before we do end, I do want to give you the last word. Say someone forgets everything about the interview today. What is that one thing they should remember about your company?
That we make our publishers communicate their truth for everyone in the world, and we help them like to keep their dreams alive. Because when you create a website, usually you are not thinking about making money. It can be like a goal, but you want to share your truth. So if you love coffee, you want to write about coffee. If you love traveling, you want to share your stories about your last trips. But if you are not monetizing it, you cannot. There is no way that you're gonna keep this dream alive. So I think Monetize More at the end of the day keeps people's dreams alive. That's it.
Definitely awesome. Some great advice there. Well, thank you so much, Dalvana, for being on with us, as well as to our listeners. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And I'm looking forward to our next episode at Pathman Presents. Thanks a lot, Dalvana.
Thank you, and have a great day, guys.